Welcome back to a farm west of Boring, where life is anything but boring. Today I want to get started setting the foundation for the chicken shed. We have two 16-foot beams that we've cut out of an old tree that I'd like to lay out and get it started. It's probably not one of my favorite jobs, getting the thing started, but once we get going and start laying out the 2x6s for the floor joists and get things rolling, it's going to be exciting. So let's get going. It's going to be a beautiful day here in the valley, and let's get to work. Okay, so I've set up a level base here. That's 8x8 at this end, and try that again. 6x6 at this end, and a 4x5.5 at that end, or whatever it is. So those are level. These two beams are level. These beams were cut out of the end of a tree, one of the trees that we cut from down there several years ago. So they're not the best shape, but I think they'll do fine for underneath this chickens. I think they'll do fine for under this chicken shed. Try to say that fast 5 times. Oh well, never mind. I happen to have a Home Depot 2x6 there. It's a nice straight 2x6. I'm just using that for reference. So I've got things squared up. I've done a 3, 4, 5 angle down here, so that it's pretty square. I've got marked off my 16-inch centers on the beams. I marked them side by side, and now I'm ready to start putting some 2x6s on here, 8-foot 2x6s, and then I'll put blocking across between the 2x6s all the way down the top of these beams. These are the 2x6s that I intend to use for the floor for the chicken shed. They're various sizes, so I'm going to cut them, resaw them down to 5 3/4 inches. Then they should all be pretty close to the same. We can make adjustments down the road, but 5 3/4 inches resaw, they should all be the same height then. Okay, so there's a bunch of my 2x6s cut to length, 7 feet 9 inches long. That'll allow for rim joists on either side to make 8 feet. So I have a question. Get your input here. I have a bunch of 2x6s right there that I bought at Home Depot back in November. I was going to use them for the kiln, but I just haven't got around to doing the kiln yet. So my question would it be a terrible thing to use those 2x6s for the chicken shed? Because then I could not claim that the chicken shed was 100% made from lumber off of my sawmill. So I think that I'm just going to go ahead and leave these. I'll cover them up and try and keep them in halfway decent shape and save them for using on the kiln. I'm going to make a solution of old motor oil and diesel, and I'm going to treat the bottom of these beams that we're using because they're going to be close to the ground. Treat the bottom of them just to help keep them from getting any rot. Well, I've decided to go ahead and just do all 4 sides. Might as well. I've got lots of oil here, so actually looks pretty nice with the oil on it. Okay, it doesn't seem like we got a lot done here today, but actually did. I got the 25-foot big log moved over there, got this area sort of cleaned up, got the trailer moved, edged all these 2x6s so they're all the same width, and cut them to length. Got this set up here leveled out so we can build the deck for the chicken house on top of this. Man, somebody really needs a new muffler. I guess maybe he must think that's cool. I don't know. So, and then I've got, there we go. Yeah, listen to that. Yeah, I must have taken a drill and drilled through the muffler about 10 times. So, okay, back to this. There's the beams. I've got them coated with oil and diesel. I added a 2x6, actually a couple of them at this end, because this end is on both of these beams is a little bit more narrow than the other end. So I put a couple 10-foot 2x6s on here, and they were ones that didn't get cut really great. That one has a big wave in it, so they're pretty heavy duty. That'll help give me a little bit more stability at this end. So tomorrow, basically, I'm going to start laying these 2x6 floor joists out. I've got these beams are squared out, and that should go pretty fast. And then at that point, then I've got to figure out what I'm going to do for decking. I don't think I have enough decking, so I'm going to have to start milling some 1-inch boards for decking in here. So we'll see. I'm going to have about a 10-inch or about a 1-foot overhang at this end, so the 2x6s will overhang about a foot, and then I'll do solid blocking down on top of each beam between the 2x6s, and then at one end, which will be the pull end, well, I guess at both ends, I'll probably put a 4x6 across here in between these 2x6s to make sure that this that if we start pulling it, it will be very stable. And I'll probably put some cross braces in here too also. So that's it for today. I don't know, it doesn't seem like it got much done, but my back is hurting, I'm hot. So if you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing that. Hit the notification bell and you'll be notified next time we put a video out. This is episode 1 of the new chicken shed build, so check back. I should probably be putting up new videos every day showing how far along I get. So thanks for coming along, and we'll see you next time.